I've been following this case for a long time now, a bit longer than I would like, and I'm kind of struggling with the judge's decision yesterday to let Enoch Burke out.
Well, the rationale he gave was that to give him time to prepare his appeal.
It was the ostensible reason the judge gave, but Enoch Burke didn't seek to be let out, right? So there wasn't an application from him. The judge did this off of his own motion. Also, Enoch Burke said that he could prepare the case in his cell. A child could prepare that case, he said. It is black and white. So, he made clear to the judge, I don't need to be let out to adequately prepare for this. The second issue is that no sooner had the judge said, he was intending to let him out, then Enoch Burke said, well, that's grand, but I'm going to be at the school tomorrow if you let me out. So the judge could have walked it back there and then. So now you have the situation where the judge has let him out, even though Enoch Burke said exactly what he was going to do, and he's been true to his promise. He's gone back to the school. So the school now is put to the additional legal costs of having to send in solicitors and counsel again to the court to inform the judge that Enoch Burke is back at the school. And then we have this inevitable situation where the judge has no other option but to direct that the guards go and arrest Enoch Burke again. And are we going to have this Where's Wally situation that we had a number of weeks ago, where I think it took the guards about a week to locate Enoch Burke?